Now, I'm not trying to bring us back to high school, all right, but there are going to be a couple slides here in terms of understanding what it is that vegetables provide us that make them so important. So, you know, they always tout on foods in terms of high in calcium, high in potassium, high in magnesium, high in iron, high in zinc, okay? They are more on the left side. And if you remember, there was always these little pluses and minuses next to things, okay? So sodium and potassium, it said +1. What that meant is that they were willing to give hydrogen, okay? They were willing to give a hydrogen ion. The problem is most of the processed foods these days, and what I mean by processed foods is that there's a whole bunch of chemicals in them. They are using things like chloride and bromide and iodide and phosphorus and a version of nitrogen which have a negative symbol next to them. So they are taking these hydrogen ions, right? So all our body is trying to do is keep the balancing act and keep, all right? The issue is that when we're eating more of that stuff that's on the right-hand side of the chart, okay, you only have two ways to balance this out. One is eat more vegetables, have those natural foods that are providing the balance, or you have to tap into your reserves. Your reserves are your organs, your bones, okay? So you start to begin to leach out calcium and bicarbonates and potassium and magnesium. The more that you're eating these processed foods, the more that you're eating the sugar. So what we typically see is with gum disease, you know, where the average lifespan is around 80 years old. We start to see gum disease usually in our mid to late 30s. Why? You got to that halfway point, you started to tap those reserves so often, and now we're starting to see it on x-ray, we're starting to see it in your mouth. We're starting to see that breakdown. The breakdown is not just happening here, it's happening everywhere. It's just, again, we can see it. That's the big difference. So here's a super interesting thing on why plants are so important, okay? And again, I'm sorry about bringing up all the chemistry and biochemistry, but we're really gonna focus on chlorophyll and hemoglobin. So chlorophyll is what gives that green color to plants. Hemoglobin is what our red blood cells give the ability to carry oxygen through the cells. Forget about the stuff on the outside here. What I want you to take a look at is the ring, okay? When you start looking at the ring here, they are eerily similar in terms of there's two lines here, there's two lines here. The two lines over here are just in a little bit different place, but it's really dang close when you start breaking it down. So the way I think about this is that our vascular system, our blood supply, is just a big old superhighway, okay? Think I-35, or you want to think Houston because their traffic is worse, that's great, all right? And what happens over time is that the cars, just like red blood cells, they start dinging into each other, they start getting bumps and scrapes, and then they stop working, okay? And so here comes chlorophyll with a new Uber driver. They bring the new car into the body. The iron says, thanks, I'll kick you out. The magnesium can then be used in over 300 different reactions in the body to make things work effectively. And now you've got a new red blood cell that can carry oxygen like it's supposed to. So when we're out of balance, I now just really sum this up into nutrition's data. Okay? It's a way for our body to receive food, understand the information that comes in, and say, great, what do I do with this? All right? So if we just think of ourselves as a big computer, if you write a computer program or you put something in and the data just doesn't work, you're gonna get back an error message, okay? What does that look like when it comes to the body? That error message is known as inflammation, okay? I put down just a number of things that are related to inflammation. There's actually over 150 diseases that have inflammation as its source, okay? So What occurs is just when that inflammatory system doesn't turn off, okay? When you cut your arm, all right, you cut your skin, you want your inflammatory system to begin. You want the blood clot to heal, okay? You don't want to keep on bleeding. But you also want it to turn off when it's done. When it doesn't, that's that chronic inflammation. That's when we start to see things go awry. And so, if it's Alzheimer's, or if it's fibromyalgia, or it's Crohn's, it's basically, that's the weak point in your body for the inflammatory system showing itself to you, okay? Now, there's 5 big sources of inflammation, okay? Or there's 5 big diseases that have inflammation as its source. I'm going to mention 2 a little bit later, right at the very end, but the 3 big ones is diabetes, pain, and periodontal disease, okay? 85% of the world has periodontal disease. So that's just the easy one for us to see, okay? But pain, we know too many people that have pain or fibromyalgia, which is just, we don't know what the hell is wrong with you. So we're just going to give you this generic name, and then diabetes, as Michael showed us, is just rampant. Okay, and continuing on the rise. So I just want to show you a patient here, and I'm hoping that this comes through really well. This is someone, she was in her early 40s. She actually came in for an extraction that day, and we just had her stay for a few minutes after I got that done. You can see the inflammation. You don't need to be a dentist to see how raw and red her gums look. It just doesn't look healthy, all right? No matter where we touched, it was like a stuck pig. It was just bleeding everywhere, okay? And so at the end, right at the end, I'm talking to her in terms of this nutrition thing and what we're seeing and all of that. And I just said, humor me. I'm gonna want you to take a couple of products. I'm not gonna talk to you in terms of flossing, brushing, oral hygiene in any way, shape, or form, and we're not even gonna give you a cleaning for the next 30 days. I just want you to take a couple of these products. And I just wanna see what happens. All right, and so she came back 30 days later, and that's what she looked like. And this was the aha moment for me and my team to say, okay, there's something to this in terms of where nutrition plays a game, or is part of this. And we know that, you know, as our team in terms of dentists and hygienists, that we're physically cleaning from the outside in. We get that. Just never had the ability to see what happens from the inside out, right? So here you can just see the before and after. Now, even in those lower pictures, she still bled when we touched them, but it wasn't to the same degree. And then as we cleaned her up over time, I mean, it became spotless. It was beautiful to see.